And joining us now is attorney Seth Berenzweig. Seth, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So bottom line, the NYPD using drones to check out parties in your backyard. Is that legal?
It's invasive, but it's legal. Incredibly, the local law that was noted a few moments ago, a Surveillance Technology Act, is being complied with by the New York City Police Department. It requires transparency, disclosure, access to data and reporting. It appears that they've done that. So as long as they continue to do so, it's legal under local law. Under federal law, the question is one of privacy. And the case law from the Supreme Court is pretty clear that when one is outside, there is not a reasonable expectation of privacy. So this is a problem, and it's disconcerting, especially when you consider the technological advances that drones have undergone within the last couple of years. They can not only fly longer at faster speeds and distances, but they also have increased technology for surveillance. So this is a trend, and it's quite troubling.
Yeah. And the NYPD, you mentioned, is required to disclose its surveillance procedures beforehand. So what does that actually look like? Does this announcement count as that broad disclosure, or will they actually let you know beforehand before they fly into your backyard?
Well, it would sure be nice if somebody got a call letting them know that there's going to be an unannounced visitor at their party and that they're going to have to deal with an eye in the sky. But unfortunately, the only disclosure that's required under this local law is just a general announcement and the noting of the kind of technology that's being used. So as long as they continue to follow this protocol, it's probably going to be legal. People should be aware of this. They need to understand that they don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy. They're used to already having cameras, for example, at intersections. They understand that there is already monitoring of public behavior. But the new use of drones is an increased trend. We're seeing, as noted already, over 1,400 police departments. Unfortunately, that's going to continue to increase as time goes on.
Two quick questions. Let's say someone is in a backyard party, and I mean, it is fenced off. You can't see it from the street. There's a noise complaint or something like that, and a drone swoops in from above, operated by the NYPD. If they do see any illegal activity going on, like drug use, say, or minors drinking, what can they do with that information? Are they then sending someone out to verify that, or is that the footage that's going to be used in court?
Well, that's a great question, and that is a component of law enforcement technology. So let's say that they're flying over a party because they hear that there's a party. Frankly, I don't understand why that's even a problem. People should have a nice weekend. But if they see someone drinking and it's unclear what age they are, they may look young, but they may in fact be 22. They can use this information. They can act on it. They can deploy a police vehicle. They can use it in court. So absolutely, it may be used as evidence in a court of law.
Okay, I appreciate that. And I mean, drones can see an awful lot. So let's say a drone is swooping down and it does catch something that is happening inside of the home through the sliding glass door or the window or something like that. What happens to that information? Is that off limits?
Well, another great question. I think the answer is, and most courts would rule, that there's no reasonable expectation of privacy. I don't like this answer, but there's no reasonable expectation of privacy if someone from the outside can see something occurring on the inside. So if somebody wants to have privacy, they can close their shades. This is really the age that we live in. And while the law has a hard time keeping up, technology almost always outpaces the law. So it's great that this story is being covered because it really is pretty concerning.
Okay, I appreciate it. And there's an awful lot to chew on. But Seth Berenzweig, thank you so much for your time and help. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.